Knowledge should mean a full grasp of knowledge. Knowledge means to know yourself, heart and soul. If you fail to understand yourself, then all your reading has missed its call. What is the purpose of reading those books? So that man can know the all-powerful. If you have read but failed to understand, then your efforts are just a barren toil. Don't boast of reading, mastering science, or all your prayers and obedience. If you don't identify man as God, all your learning is of no use at all. The true meaning of the 4 holy books is found in the alphabet's first letter. You talk about that first letter, preacher. What is the meaning of that? Could you tell? Yunus Emre says to you, Pharisee, make the holy privilege, if need be, 100 times. But if he asks me, the visit to a heart is best of all. Hear me out, my dear friends. Love resembles the sun. The heart that feels no love is none other than stone. What can grow on stone hearts? Through the tongue softly starts words of venom fume, rage and turn into war soon. When in love the soul burns, melts like wax as it churns. Stone's hearts are like winter, dark, harsh, with all warmth gone. Men of God's truth are an ocean, lovers much plunge into the sea. The sages too should take a dive to bring out the best jewelry. We have turned into the wise men to find pearls in the depths again. Only the jeweler would know how valuable these pearls might be. Muhammad came to perceive God and saw God's truth in his selfhood. Providence exists everywhere, so long as there are eyes to see. Books are composed by the sages who put back words on white pages. My sacred book's chapters are all written in hearts that truly love. In case my friend does not return to me, then let me return to the friend's embrace. I'm willing to suffer pain and torture, if this is how I can see the friend's face. A handful of dust was my stock in trade, and love took even that away from me. Now I have no capital left nor shop. What use is going to the marketplace? The friend has his nice shop nicely set up. Cheerfully he walks around in that shop. But my heart cringes, my sins are countless. Humbly I must go implore the friend's grace. My heart declares, the friend belongs to me. My eyes declare, the friends belong to me. My heart urges my eyes to have patience, yearning to receive news, to keep pace. We must accept those who have looked at God as sharing God's life as one and the same. If a person has received the blessing of God's vision, he is beyond disgrace. Go and let it be known to all lovers, I am the man who gave his heart to love. I turn into a wild duck of passion. I am the one who takes the swiftest dive. From the waves of the sea I take water and offer it all the way to the skies. In adoration like a cloud I soar. I am the one who flies to heavens above. He who says he sees doesn't, though he vows. That man doesn't know if he claims he knows. He alone is the one who knows and shows. I am the man who has become love's slave. For true lovers, this land is paradise. Those who know find mansions and palaces, wonder-struck and adoring like Moses. I remain on Mount Sinai, where I thrive. Yunus is my name, I'm out of my mind. Love serves as my guide to the very end. All alone towards the majestic friend, I walk, kissing the ground, and I arrive. It's the true man who leads the mystic life. Whoever is human, whoever dares, those who stand high and look below with scorn, are bound to fall from the top of the stars. Though a gray-bearded old man might look grand, there's so much he doesn't understand. Let him not struggle towards the Holy Land, if it causes one hurt or one's heart to burn in tears. A deaf man cannot hear what people say. He thinks it's night when it's bright as day. The atheist's eyes are blind to God's way, even though the whole world glitters and glares. The lover's heart is the Creator's throne. God admires and accepts it as his own. The man who breaks a heart shall groan and moan. In both worlds, suffering, sorrows, and cares. You have a self-image in your own eyes. Be sure to see others in the same guise. Each of the four holy books clarifies this truth as it applies to man's affairs. We have seen it all. Those who come are gone. Those who once stopped here went back one by one. He must have gulped love's wine if anyone feels the reality that God truth bears. God permeates the whole wide world, yet his truth is revealed to none. You better seek him in yourself. You and he aren't apart, you're one. The other world lies beyond sight. Here on earth we must live upright. Exile is torment, pain, and blight. No one comes back once he is gone. Come, let us all be friends for once. Let us make life easy on us. Let us be lovers and loved ones. The earth should be left to no one. To you, what Yunus says is clear. Its meanings is in your heart's ear. We should all live the good life here, because nobody will live on. Let the deaf listen to the mute, a soul is needed to understand them both. Without listening, we understood. Without understanding, we carried it out. On this way, the seeker's wealth is poverty. We love, we become lovers. We were loved, we become the beloved. When all is pursued, moment by moment, who has time to be bored? God divides his people into 72 languages and borders arose. But poor Yunus feels the earth and sky, and under every stone hides a Moses. I am before, I am after, the soul for all souls all the way. I am the one with a helping hand, ready for those gone wild astray. I made the ground flat where it lies. On it I had those mountains rise. I designed the vault of the skies, for I hold all things in my sway. To countless lovers I have been a guide for faith and religion. I am sacrilege in man's hearts, also the truth, faith, and Islam's way. I make men love peace and unite, putting down the black words on white. I wrote the first holy books right. I am the Quran for those who pray. It's not Yunus who says all this. It speaks its own realities. To doubt this would be blasphemous. I'm before, I'm after, I say. If I told you about a land to love, friend, would you follow me and come? In that land are vineyards that yield a deadly wine. No glass can hold it. Would you swallow it as a remedy? That the people there must suffer. Would you serve the sweetest drink to others and take the bitter drink yourself? There are no moons or suns there. Nothing waxes or wanes. Would you surrender your plans and forget about seductions? Here we are made of water, earth, fire, and air. Yunus tells us, is this what you're made of? The drink sent down from truth. We drank it, glory be to God. And we sailed over the ocean of power, glory be to God. Beyond those hills and oak woods, beyond those vineyards and gardens, we passed in health and joy, glory be to God. We were dry, but we moistened. We grew wings and became birds. We married one another and flew, glory be to God. To wherever lands we come, and whatever hearts in all humanity, we plant the meanings Atukuk taught us, glory be to God. Come here, let's make peace, let's not be strangers to one another. We have saddled the horse and trained it, glory to be God. We became a trickle that grew into a river. we took flight and dove into the sea, and then we overflowed. Glory be to God. We became servants of Tabkut's door, for Yunus, raw and tasteless, foully got cooked. Glory be to God. While I was roaming the wide world, I came upon nations in graves. The mighty and the meek lay there, among the awe-inspiring braves. Some were old men, some young heroes, visors, teachers, everyone goes, their days now caught in the night throes. Here they lie with death's other slaves. The path they took was always straight. Pen in hand, they knew how to write. Their tongues, like nightingales, sang right. Buried they lay, sages embrace. Mighty and low, everyone cried, when these heroic leaders died. A broken bow of each graveside, gallant men fell like stray arrows. Their horses unfurled a dust cloud. Drummers marched by them, beating loud. Their might had done land and sea proud. Noble lords now lie in death's caves. If I rubbed my face on the ground, my new moon would rise in the skies. Winter and summer become spring. To me, all days are holidays. Let no cloud cast a tall shadow on the gleaming light of my moon, whose fullness must never grow dim. From earth to sky its glimmer sprays. From the heart's solitary cell, its glitters dries out the darkness. How could that gloom be squeezed into this same cell with the piercing rays? I see my new moon right here on earth. What would I do with all the skies? Rains of mercy pour down on me from this ground where I fix my gaze. What if Yunus is a lover? Many are the lovers of God, yet Yunus too bows his head because the lovers of God are ablaze. Whoever is given the dervish path, may his posturing cease, and may he shine. May his breath become musk and amber. May whole cities and homelands gather fruit from his branches. May his leaves be healing herbs for the sick. May much good work be done in his shadow. May his tears become a clear lake. May reeds sprout between his toes. And among all the poets and nightingales in the friend's garden, may Yunus hop like a partridge. Let's say the name of Allah all the time. Let's see what my Lord does. Let's travel the way always. Let's see what my Lord does. Just when you least expect it, suddenly the veil is lifted. The remedy arrives in time. Let's see what my Lord does. What did Yunus do? What did he do? He found the straight path, held the hand of a guide. Let's see what my Lord does. O God, if you would ever question me, this would be my outright answer to thee. True, I sinned, brutalized my own being. What have I done against you, my King? Did I make myself? I'm your creation. Why drench me in sin, benevolent one? I saw dungeons when I opened my eyes, teeming with devils, temptation, and lies. To shun death by hunger, many a time, in prison I had to eat dirt and grime. Did your dominion become any less? Did I usurp any of your prowess? Are you hungry? Did I eat your ration? Did I deprive you, caused you starvation? Do you still seek revenge through you healed me? Since I rotten, since darkness soil filled me, you built me a bridge to cross, thin as hair. Out of your traps I've tried to choose my own snares. How can a man pass through a hair-thin bridge? He falls or clings on or flies off the ridge. Your slaves built bridges for the public good. Those who pass through it head for the Godhead. I wish its firm foundations will hold sway, so those who cross it know it's the true way. You set a scale to weigh deeds for your aim. Is it to hurl me into hell's crackling flame? A scale is suitable for a grocer, for a small merchant, or a jeweler. Sin, though, is the vilest, filthiest vice, the profit of those unworthy of grace. You can see everything, yet you know me fine. Then why must you weigh all those deeds of mine? No harm ever came from Yunus to you. Open secret, all things are in your view. God Almighty, what all this talk? Why must we prattle about a handful of dust?